heavy men. I hate you so much. Admit it. Because of you, I never get a 5-star. Isn't it? It's your fault. Stop waving at me and go do something useful like giving me a 5-star. Hello, welcome back. Sorry I didn't see you there. Yes, it's Farmer Ben here again. And again, today we're going to be looking at our raid tournament, this new event. So, again, welcome back for another episode of New Stuff. Dum, 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 dum. Anyhow, so we are going to be looking at a bit of new stuff today, and it's an ongoing new stuff saga. At the moment, as I've said, I've read online, there's a lot of criticism of the raid tournaments. We're still in that kind of area we've been before with Small Giant. We were there with the Alliance Wars. It took them a bit of time to adjust it and get it to a level that everyone enjoyed. I personally have kind of got a bit of faith in them. When Alliance Wars started, they weren't popular. There were a lot of problems. Things like the arrow attack were far too powerful. They have now sort of balanced it out a bit. So hopefully the same sort of thing will happen with this tournament, but we shall see. I'm really curious as to which opponents I'm going to be drawing today. So let's have a look into our tournament pot. Now I'm still 10 to 25% in the world, which I think I slipped down a little bit on last time. Now I have to say a big thank you to a couple of people. I have to say a big thank you to Richard, who emailed me, who put a message on YouTube to say that I have to click on the little question mark, and also a big thank out to the beautiful Pixie, who was in an alliance I joined for a short time called Death by Chocolate. I nearly said Death versus Chocolate, which would be an interesting concept. Death by Chocolate. So a big big shout out, to both of those for telling me that if I click on the little question mark, I can see what my defence team has done. So there's the lists of my wins on attack, which I know because I did them, and my defence team has still not been in battle, which is interesting. It kind of fits with my theory that things might be getting to the point where you start fighting harder teams if you're higher up in the table. I don't know. We're just going to have to see who I draw today. Also want to say a big shout out to Kamul. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that Kamul, or it might be Kamul, I'm not sure, who has been a really loyal follower of mine, and she's in my main alliance, which is Pinky and the Brain, and she has been really supportive of my YouTube videos. So thank you all guys for the comments and the support. So going into the battle, let's see who our first opponent is. Oh, I've been joined by
me.
This is Sam, who is my son. He comes along to help me sometimes and generally tell me everything I've done wrong.
I'm really good at the game.
Thank you, Sam.
I beat you at it.
All right, yeah, no, thank you, Sam. Let's remember we've got to talk one at a time, okay? And you know the key rules of being on the video, don't we? So let's see what we get now. Just be nice, Sam. That's the key rule, and be nice to me as well. So this is the team I've drawn. Again, it's not a team I'm particularly scared of.
I can beat them easy.
You can beat them easy. Do you want to do the moves?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So who should we take? We take 2 yellows. I'm going to take 2 yellows. I've got 2 healers at the moment. I really need 2 healers.
I watched all your videos, and I think that next time, I reckon your mana will be very slow.
Okay, slow mana next time.
Can we take Kolen? Because you haven't taken him.
Well,
I think he'll be good.
Kolen, I agree. I think Kolen would be good. The trouble with Kolen is I haven't leveled him up, so he's not ready.
You had a maxed Kolen?
No, I've never got max Kolen. I could take. I got 2 yellows. I think that should do us. Who else should we take? Should we take Wilbur?
Yeah, I wish you could use Aslar.
Well, yeah, but it's 4-star limited, isn't it? So it limits what we can do. So we've got our little team. We've got Hutao, Luzu, or Lixie Ixie as you call her, Tibertus, Wilbur, and Kirill. So I've got all 4 stars, all fully leveled against a team mainly of 3 stars.
Check your troops.
Good point, Sam is quite right. It's always worth checking your troops. Sometimes, for some reason...
I reckon you got better troops than the 1-stars, yeah.
No, I don't think I have. I haven't got many 3-star yellows. No, see. So sometimes the game will default your troops to the wrong ones, and you get weak troops, particularly if you're fiddling around with your heroes like I was doing just there. So that's actually a really good point by Sam. Well made. Thank you, Sam. So moving on, we have got our attack screen. Now, if this was against a sort of more threatening opponent, I'd be quite worried, but I don't think it is.
I think you should kill him with 4 more yellow.
Thank you, Sam. Why are you talking in a baby voice? You don't need to talk in a baby voice. Just go on YouTube.
Am I?
Well, you were then. You were like, I'm going to kill him. You don't need to talk like that.
I do.
Oh, all right, fine. Suit yourself. So here we go. Ooh,
Let's see,
it's still rolling, Sam. It's still rolling. And remember, we do Kirill first.
I
So
didn't even see Kirill was
yeah,
ready.
well, Kirill's ready.
I
Kirill
guess
boosts
Lexi,
everyone
X6,
red.
he
Ready?
won Delu and then Nana.
I still think she's called a use you, Sam. But
Use you.
you
I can't
you
even
prefer?
pronounce that.
No, fair enough. We'll go Elixir Ixie then.
Get Tiberta. I'm going to get
You get Tibertus ready. Tibertus
Or
is
Wilbur.
always fun.
I like Wilbur. You
I
can
quite
just
like
hit
Wilbur.
you can hit everybody.
I'm not sure.
Tibertus.
Oh yeah. There we go. Finish them off. Boom. 1-0. So that was a good result. Okay,
Quite
cracking
good.
result. 239 gems.
Maybe it'll be
points
1 to
even.
5.
So
Oh, 10 to 25.
10 to 25. But there we go. Let's see how we carry on. Now this one. Oh, now at least this one. They are all 4 stars. They are not all fully ascended. The only one that's fully ascended there is Hutao.
I know a good team.
Hang on.
Grim. Can we
Yeah,
do
I was
Grim?
going to bring Grim in. Thank you,
Grim,
Sam.
one of my
Right.
favourite 4-star.
So Grim is quite a reliable 4-star. I'm going to bring in Grim instead of Hutao. I always call him Hutao. Now Grim, here. Where's my Grim? Grim down here at the bottom somewhere.
He's in the blues.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. Yeah, he is. Here we are. Grim is a blue 4-star, and he is this little chap here. If I click on him, you can find out a little bit of information about him. Basically, Grim is what will happen if you ever overfeed a Smurf. So just bear that in mind. So,
Why are you Oh, it's a good thing you're not taking greens.
do you reckon? I reckon that will probably do us. We haven't got greens because we got a red tank. We got 2 blues to beat the tank. Do I need? I don't need a debuffer particularly. I can't remember what this fella does. Who's this Proteus? What does Proteus do? Can't gain mana for 3 turns. Ooh, that could be nasty, being as it's a speedy mana tournament.
Oh, take Jabbar because he does removes activated elements from himself.
He does actually, doesn't he? Let's take. I'm going to swap Tibertus
you could,
for Jabbar. Jabbar also will slow down the healing if Bold Tusk goes off. So
Or you could take a 3-star Girl Rat and then push
I'm trying to avoid taking 3 stars. I find that on an attack they just do a little bit too slow. Not a little bit too slow. A little bit too fragile. Fragile is the word. Yeah. So let's go for that 5 in a row.
So that might also spring a 5-in-a-row blue.
It's
Not going.
not quite going to, but it's looking pretty promising anyway. So
We
this
won.
is definitely a stronger team than the last one I faced, but it's still not.
I don't think you got as many points.
No, well, that's one of the big issues in this tournament at the moment. Is how do you have any sort of control over the points you get?
Because you can't.
Because you sort of seem to get very arbitrary opponents. Who knows? We shall see. We shall see. It's still early days, as I sort of keep saying. And Small Giant do play around with these things. Boom! Ah! He missed 3 of them. That's pretty good. He missed me.
And now try and get and then get this guy Jabbar ready. I forget his name.
Jabbar,
Then
and
he
then
can
he
remove his status elements.
He can. So now Jabbar can see again, which is nice. Poor Jabbar couldn't see, but now he can.
Annoyingly, he missed.
Right, yeah. Did he miss?
Yeah, he missed.
Oh yeah, of course, because his special attack was still ready. Hello. Is it okay? Do you mind leaving us for a moment, lovely?
Do I have to?
Well, you don't have to. We've been joined as well by Sam's sister Lucy. You can tell it's a what do we call it? A Saturday. There's lots of people around. Say hello.
Hello.
So there we go. So the whole family's here. 348 points for that one. That's not a bad result.
Apart from Mummy.
Apart from Mummy. Mummy's out, isn't she? But she'll be back later. So we've got this team. Oh, now this is interesting. This is getting a bit again. It's stronger still, which is kind of what I was expecting. Not very many points considering 287 available points considering that they're fairly strong.
I'm going to choose team, I reckon.
I'm going to drop Grim. Who are we going to take instead of Grim? I think
They got a green tank, weakest against green.
Strongest against green is
red. And then so weakest against green is blue.
yeah. So we don't want an extra blue. We want an extra red. Are you dropping both the blues?
Yeah, I mean like.
Controversial.
Because we need a couple of greens.
Well, we need reds, don't we? So let's get reds to start with. We want reds to be strongest against the green tank. So if we we've dropped Kirill, so we're going to have to take Bold Tusk.
Then maybe a green.
A green. If we take in a green, the only green I would really opt for on attack is Cademon of 4 stars. Where's he gone? He must be up near the top. I could take Gadarius as a booster, or no.
Gadarius does damage as well, though.
Let's go for Gadarius. He's
612 HP and does damage.
Let's just
puts up the attacks.
Quickly check. The rest of their teams are rainbow teams. There's no real advantage in going with anybody else. Let's see what happens. They are. It's quite a lot stronger than the last couple of teams I fought. And Kashrek was my choice of tank. So it'll be interesting to see how that one pans out.
You might lose this.
Okay,
You've got
now-
arrows.
That is thank you. It is a pretty horrendous screen, as we've noticed. I seem to have got a lot of... Oh, there's Kashrek going off, which is going to be bad news. Could have done with some more reds to start off there. That's going to help a bit, but because Kashrek has got his special ready, they're just not going to be doing the damage that I would like. A lot of blues on this screen, which is obviously the one colour I don't have, but
I reckon you can
there
kill
you
him
go.
now.
Well, maybe. We'll see how we go. So let's hit him with a couple of things. Typically enough, when you've got no blue hero, that's when you get tons of blue tiles.
It always happens.
It does always happen, I agree. It does
Whatever
always
hero
happen.
you take.
Yep, let's see if hopefully this should finish. There we go, he's now finished off. Oh, missed. Missed me. So, Hugh Tao is really, who's not a hero I'm a big fan of normally. He's really earning his pay on this one, simply because his mana is now fast. Normally his mana, very fast. Because his mana normally takes so long to get ready, Hugh Tao is not normally an asset. Or at least by the time he's ready, it's often too late. Whereas on this particular sort of raid tournament, he has been a real asset because he's blinding the enemy, meaning that even though their mana is fast, they're still missing me with an awful lot of their attacks. So definitely a hero I would recommend for this kind of tournament. And there we go. That's 3 in a row. Definitely a harder opponent than the
I
first two.
didn't think you were going to win that when you had such a horrendous screen.
Yeah, but have a little bit of faith, Sam. Have a little bit of faith.
I don't believe
Trust
you
me.
or anything pretty much.
You don't. Well, this is true. You do think I'm generally fairly useless, don't you? And in fairness, facts and time would
That's
support
a
that
lot
opinion.
stronger.
They are quite a lot stronger. Oh, 342 points for this team. Now they've got 2 reds, which is just screaming out for 2 blues. So we are going to go
they've
with
got green tank.
Kirill. Kirill used to work as Santa in a department store, but he got sacked over a very unfortunate incident, which he doesn't like to talk about.
What happened?
I can't go into any more than that, Sam. Just suffice it to say that
Take
he's
Beryl.
not
I
on
reckon
it.
Beryl would be good.
Well, I still think I'm too. I was thinking about the riposters. Do I want riposters that actually? You know what? I think you're probably right. There are a lot of hit all enemies there, and Beryl
Grim
could be
and
doing that.
Little John.
Do I have a weakener? I haven't got a weakener, so I'm going to swap.
Darius
Gadarius. He does
Powers
weaken,
up.
but he doesn't.
No, he doesn't weaken them. He powers them up.
Yeah, he. Sorry, Gadarius powers ours up. I do want to save my changes. Just see now. I also want. Yeah, I think that'll do us. Let's try it.
You've got a Kulen.
They have got Colen. Oh, the Wi-Fi's gone a bit funny again. I hate when the Wi-Fi does this. Right, let's go this way. Right, here we go. So let's see. Promising start.
Oh, that promising. You didn't even do a move.
Sorry.
When you said it was a promising start, you hadn't even done a move, to be fair.
Well, I could see that there was plenty of opportunity to hit Gormek. Now, Gormek here is fully healthy, which is going to make it. Oh, his attack's going to go.
He's not fully healthy.
No, sorry, he's fully ascended though, wasn't he? He was a fully ascended Gormek rather than
No, he was 60'd.
60. I thought he was 460. He was on his 4th one. I can't remember now. Anyway, there we go.
I would get Kirill. I would have got.
I think, mind you, this should, if I do this move, this should get Kirill ready because I do need his health boost now. Now, I'm hoping, because there's a lot of enemy opponents
Beryl would do good.
who are about to go off, I think that Beryl was a good choice here because
I wouldn't have done Hugh Taldo because they could
therefore miss, but then it's one of those swings around it. So Little John's just killed himself, which is very helpful. Thank you, Little John.
But it's not that helpful for him, it's only helpful for you.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter he's not helping himself, he's helping me. Me, I'm the one who matters. Always, Sam.
Not always.
Well, most of the time.
You could
Now,
probably
can you
kill
see-
him with that gem.
You reckon?
Or if you don't,
Yeah, I might
then
do it.
you'll get Gadarius ready. So.
Oh, there we go, you done it. Well done. There we go. So, definitely a harder team there. So, it is presumably getting a little bit harder.
Maybe, what are you?
Still 10 to 25,
5 to
5 to
10.
10% now. 5 to 10%. And we have our last battle.
Yay.
Now, interesting. 2 greens, 1 blue in the centre, a red and a yellow.
That could get horrible.
It could get very horrible. I'm not liking I really don't like. Now, as I say, Perfect Riposte is one of these things you either love or you hate.
I love it.
You love it, and I love using it.
I don't like raiding against it though.
No,
But I don't mind raiding against it, but I only don't like raiding against it when they got very fast mana.
So I've gone with 2 greens.
That would be a good attack team.
That would be a lovely attack team. 2 greens. Am I going to go for my own Perfect Riposte? Yes, I will.
I think you should take...
I will go for my own Perfect Riposte because I can see the same thing going down there.
Also,
and
I reckon maybe a Wilbur.
Do you reckon?
I like Wilbur. Oh, but then you
Wilbur doesn't work very well with Perfect Riposters.
You need
I
someone
found
that
that
does quite a lot of damage, like Grim or Tybertus.
I want somebody who's going to do a lot of a fair amount of damage. I'm going to go with.
There you've just got.
Yeah, I'm going to want a red here, aren't I? So let's go for a red. I would probably, given who I'm facing, I would have gone with. What do you call it? No, not Khalil. Kolen. Were he ready? But he isn't ready, so I can't use him. I am going to therefore go with. Gormek. Now Gormek's it will make his mana very fast. I think he could do more damage overall.
Why did you start? Why did you start a Nashgar?
Well, I got belief now, didn't it? Why did I start Nashgar on the talent?
You've done 2 Nashgars now.
I have. Well, it's because I'm really into 3-star tournaments, challenge events, Sam. So to try and get myself somewhere on the 3-star challenge event, basically. Whether it works or not, who knows?
Where's the recording thing gone?
It's still there in the corner. Just tucked away. You can't see it because it's bright light on the screen. There it is. Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
Your thumb was in the way.
Yeah. Well, my thumb's allowed to be in the way because I know what I'm doing. Right, there we go. Now he's dead, which is reassuring. The Perfect Riposte has stayed up.
Get
now,
Sabina ready.
Oh, I will in a minute. Look, Melindor's going to be ready. So Melindor
Sabina
now.
or Melindor will do it.
That's it. I want to get rid of Perfect Riposte because it is a little bit of a nuisance, as I say. I don't want my heroes killing themselves.
I wouldn't hit her because she would hit everyone, and therefore she will.
Well, I may as well make her dead. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Kolen, boom. Oh, now I was hoping. Oh no, Beleeth is dead. That's all right. Because Beleeth is a Perfect Riposter as well. Kolen will now finish himself
No,
off.
she's not a Perfect Riposter.
No, sorry, a Perfect Riposter. She's a debuffer. Sorry, is what I meant to say. So she would have debuffed my people, which was a shame because I was obviously hoping that Kolen and Skittleskull would kill themselves.
Which they will.
Bye bye. So there we go. So Perfect Riposte is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's great as an attacking weapon. I don't like its defences because you can easily debuff it. But there we go. 375. So that's a really good score there for me. Nice. Still top 1%. Does that mean I'm on the leaderboard? Can I have a look?
Yeah.
No, tournament rank 1156. Again, it does seem fairly arbitrary. I mean, they were harder opponents than I've had so far, but who knows what will happen next. Anyway, it was a very exciting video. Thank you, Sam, for joining us today.
Yay!
And the Titan's been defeated.
I wanted to kill it.
Well, you missed out. Oh, look at that.
That's a lot of good loot.
That is a lot of good loot. That is a really good set of good loot for the Titan. Wow.
No,
Look at that. Trap tools, hidden blade, and a warm cape, and 10 gems. Awesomeness.
And a 2-star one. I thought it was a 1-star.
That came out of nowhere. Well, there we go. Fantastic result there as well. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Remember
get
to.
The chest quickly.
You want.
Raid chest.
Well, no, I want to stop the video now because it's been going on long enough. Otherwise, people will get bored. I don't want to bore people.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. Well, okay, I do, but I don't want to. Anyway, we're going to start the video there. So it has been emotional.
The like button.
Click
For
Sam.
me. Not
Click.
for Daddy. For me.
Thanks, Sam. Click the like button for Sam. Remember to subscribe to the videos. Press the little bell thing so you get a notification when a new video is out. At the moment, I am doing quite a lot because obviously the raid tournament's going on. I won't always be doing quite as many videos, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, as always, it has been very emotional. I just would now like to say thank you for watching. May death come swiftly to your enemies. Goodbye. Oh.